Hey there, everybody out there in YouTube land. I was kind of bored, so I figured I'd make a video. This isn't a lesson. This is like a demonstration on how I started to see how shit fit together. You know, every time I'd learn a pentatonic shape, where I would end, that's where the next one would start, and that kind of encouraged me to learn the next one. And then once I learned the 5 of them, then I wanted to learn, you know, all the modes of the major scale. And when I started doing that, I kind of seen how things started to fit together. Like I said, this is a demonstration, not a lesson. So in case anything's wrong, you know, I don't want to hear no shit about it. I'm pretty sure it's right though. This might be a demonstration on how a fucking idiot can still do this. I don't know. Anyway, it might just be a demonstration of the Dunning-Kruger effect. Anyway, so you got this first position pentatonic, right? Right, so that's a 1, that's a first, a third, a fourth, a fifth, a seventh, and an octave. Alright, that's 1 octave. So you got those 5 notes stacked on top of one another, right? So if I added in the 2nd and the 6th, that's what you're missing in the pentatonic minor, the 2nd and the 6th. If I added in the 2nd and the 6th, I'd have a diatonic shape, and it would be a natural minor. Aelodian. This is pentatonic Aelodian. It's Aelodian without the 2nd and the 6th. So since I'm starting us off in a pentatonic Aelodian, that's what I'm going to be playing the whole way through. Alright? Just like how you would if you started off in a diatonic mode, whatever one it may be. Alright, so Aelodian, my next one from Aelodian would be a diminished minor. But I'm not. So Aelodian's my first, diminished minor would be my second, and the pentatonic minor I'm not using the 2nd. So I'm going to skip it. So the next shape I'd come to would be Ionian, the major scale. Pentatonic Aelodian. Pentatonic. Now I'm missing the 4th and the 7th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Minor, that's the major interval, half a step. In other words, in a major scale, the last note you play is going to be a half a step below your root. In a minor, it's a whole step. Alright, so. So, oh yeah, let me show you this. This is Aelodian. I should have did this in the beginning, that way I could just go straight to it. This is Dorian. They're the same scale. Dorian is the Aelodian scale. It's just got an augmented 6, the raised 6. So in other words, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would play this note in Aelodian, but now I'm gonna play this one. Still got that minor interval. Alright, so if I was going to play this pentatonic the same way, take out the 2nd and the 6th, this full Dorian shape, I would have the same shape, because the only note that's different between it and Aelodian is that 6th, and I'm not using that 6th anyway, so it would just sound like I was playing Aelodian again, so I got to make an alteration to that shape anyway. So then that's what I'm getting ready to do. So alright, now this would be Dorian. If I played it diatonically, I'd still be following the same notes. I'd just be starting off from D this time. Alright, but instead of that, like I told you, if I did it pentatonically, I'd be crossing way over into another shape, and it would sound, so to make it sound more Dorian, I use this shape. All right, that's why that pentatonic shape, if you're like, well, fuck, that don't add up right when you're saying with the second and the sixth, that's why. So, all right, so here would be on E. All right, so the next shape, you know, we go from Dorian, then we'd be in Phrygian. So this would be the pentatonic Phrygian, which is the fourth shape of this pentatonic. So once again, I add the second and the sixth into that exact shape, and then this time I come out with Phrygian. So that shape we played as pentatonic Phrygian. All right, so we got pentatonic Aelodian, pentatonic major Ionian, an altered pentatonic Dorian on account of the augmented sixth. And then when we come here, we're in Phrygian. All right, our next one would be Lydian. Lydian is our sixth. All right, but just like I told you, we didn't use the diminished minor because it's the second. It's a pentatonic. We're not using the second and the sixth in a pentatonic minor. In the major, we're not using the fourth and the seventh. So we would skip Lydian and we would go to Mixolydian. This would be the pentatonic Mixolydian shape. This is the shape, the last shape of the pentatonic. All right, same thing. If I added in the fourth and the seventh, I would get a full Mixolydian. So there's the shapes. Pentatonic Aelodian. All right, Ionian. A changed up Dorian. We found the same notes, just so we can maintain the notes and we can make it sound more Dorian than Aelodian. Dorian. Phrygian. And Mixolydian. Back here would be an Aelodian again. So, there it is. And whenever you're playing any of these diatonic shapes, anyone that's a minor shape, it's going to have those notes in it. So this fingering, this is a fingering that I'm using to transpose the scale to this fretboard, you know. This is how I'm interfacing it or whatever. So, with any one of these, it's going to have that in it if it's minor. Whether it's Dorian, Aelodian. All right, here's Aelodian. Those notes didn't go anywhere, all right? Dorian. Almost fucked up. There it is, all right? Same thing. Those notes didn't go anywhere. Phrygian. It didn't go anywhere. Diminished minor. Same thing. Major, anyone that's a major. All you're doing with the major, all the majors like Lydian, all you're doing is you're playing the major. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. All right? The ascending, that's the ascending major is the Lydian. So all we're doing is raising the fourth. Still got that? That last half step. All right, now the next one's going to be descending. That's Mixolydian. We're going to lower the seventh in this one. So it's going to have it's going to end in a minor interval. So it's major, but it's got a minor. In other words, you got the most major, Ionian, and you got one that's a little less major, Lydian. Then you got one that's more minor sounding, even though it's major, on account of that last interval. Anyway, here's Mixolydian. So that's all you're doing, raising the fourth, and then lowering the seventh in Mixolydian. Yeah, you know, lots of these shapes are almost like, that's almost a 2-for-1 shape. So is Phrygian and all right, Same thing, but with a flat fifth is the diminished. Locrian, Locrian, whatever you want to call it. Almost like a 2-for-1 scale. So really it's only 5 shapes. And you already know 5 of them pentatonically here and 2 of them are 2-for-1. So you just need to add 2 notes in. That's pretty much it. I'm pretty sure that's right. So, let me zoom this out. So, any place that you got one of these minor shapes, you could just, you ain't got to figure out, you know, because the notes in the different, laid out different, you ain't got to try to figure out no different licks. You could just, whatever kind of pentatonic licks that you like to go to, you know, to work on any one of those, that's a minor shape, you know. And even this one shape here, where you can use this pentatonic shape, even though it's the major, you know. But you don't even really have to, you don't have to really do that. You could just stay in the same position instead of starting from C. Just start off with your pinky. Make it more major sounding, you know. That's pretty much it. Until next time, peace out. And like I said, listen, if any of this is wrong, I take full responsibility for it. I'm pretty sure it's right though. So next time, peace out.